Today we're going to go after the puzzle boxes that are the dashboard assembly and the HVAC box. This is not going to be an intensive how-to. Basically, it's the notes, the high points and the low points that I reach as I go through this. I really believe there's no way anybody's interested in 3 hours of watching me just try to figure out where they hid the next bolt. Dex Cheaps has the only true how-to that I could find on the YouTube. It's not for this version of the dashboard. It's for a later Jeep Cherokee, but for the most part, it's pretty accurate. I'll link it in the description directly to it. It's kind of hidden inside another video related to a heater core change. It's excellent, and I really recommend that you watch that if you're going to try to remove this system from your Jeep. I'm pretty much the how not to do it. Another good reason to not try to make this a really in-depth how-to is at least 75% of the screws were missing from the system. The previous owner did me some favors in making life easier, sort of, as we go on. I also removed a whole bunch of pieces that don't need to be removed, I think, looking back, but hindsight's 20/20. When you have no idea what you're doing, you do the best you can. Sometimes the best you can hope for is to not damage your parts. So the easiest way to tell that the AMC is pre-Chrysler is the dashboard is not really held together with just clips. There's everything is attached with screws. So first thing we have to do is there's a small trim plate that's held on with 3 screws. That's a nightmare to get out because when they installed it, the dashboard was, or not the dashboard, that's what we're talking about now. The windshield was not installed yet. So those 3 screws were much easier to get to then. Then there's 4 screws that hold the top of the dashboard, which are not bad to get to. They're 5/16. I don't know if I needed to take everything out of the center of the dash like I did, but I did. Mainly because I was trying to figure this out. Anyway, I'm going to fight with it some more. I'm not even going to bother trying to video it because it's mostly just a lot of cursing and threatening to just smash it into little pieces and make a sheet metal version. But we'll find out how this goes. See what my patience is like. I think I got it. Did break a couple tie wraps. I don't think I smashed up the dash at all. It is a nightmare though. No idea how heavy it is. Okay. Ground wire. Appears to be more wires connected. All right. That was a nightmare, and I'm guessing it took about 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, I know someone could do it in 5 minutes. I could have done it in 5 minutes with a Sawzall and a sledgehammer too. So it's time to remove the entire heater box assembly. There's 5 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's hard to get to, so I'll do this one first. Always do the hard one first. Spray a little PB blaster on them to loosen them up and you're good. It's spinning in the box. Alright, it's the block on the outside was caught on the firewall. Now it should come through. kind of went as planned. Got the interior mostly out. Wire harness is out, fuse box is out, heater core is out. If I was 100% sure I had to use all of that stuff again, we would have to just turn this vehicle into scrap, but a lot of it we're not going to use. Some of it we will, and the parts that we will be easier to understand. When we talk about previous owner stuff, this bar here is brace for the steering column. It's not behind, well, it's kind of behind a bolt. It's wedged behind a bolt, but the bolt doesn't go through the hole in it. Alright, so this yellow box that's underneath the dash, it was just kind of, I mean, it's a original piece. It says AMC on it. It says low speed switch adjust, centering adjust, and sensitivity adjust. It took me a minute to figure out what that might be. I had to really think about it. Put down in the comments if you think you know what this is. Remember, this is a 1986 vehicle. Question for the YouTube Jeep Hive Mind. This HVAC system runs off of vacuum, and that's a problem only because these vacuum lines are damaged, and I'm not certain that this is probably the best way to do it. I think the newer versions of the Jeeps use a little bit more electronics. My question is, can we swap in a later version, a 92 and up Cherokee, I think, inside the dash? You know, does it basically take the same space? And I'm going to keep the original dashboard assembly, and I'd just like to have something a little more updated behind it for when I do attempt to rebuild this AC unit. The next question is related to the control module, which is vacuum operated. How difficult is it to retrofit in a later model into the original dash, if anyone has done that as well? I'm assuming I'm going to need to have a matching box and control system.